So you guys have hopefully been inspired. You've worked on your dreams. You've learned about sponsoring. You learned about PACE. You've heard from some incredible people. What in the world could possibly be next? Let's see.
Legacy.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. So you guys saw our founding leaders and what they went through, right? I mean, they had to crawl through the forest, they had to whack some weeds, and they did not wait for anything. So my question, Roger didn't wait for anything. He made a decision and he did it. He put it into action. So my question to you is, will you wait for it?
No.
It being your dream?
No.
Or will you work for it? Yes. All right, all those in favor of I'm going to wait, please stand. Okay, thank goodness.
Talk about accountability.
I know, exactly.
All right, so we're going to work for it.
We are going to work for it. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? See, sometimes we'll say to ourselves, I'm going to wait for somebody to fix this, and then I'm going to go out and do it.
Did our founding leaders do that?
No.
No.
Did our founding leaders do that? Trisha, did you do that? No.
Didn't wait for it.
And you had a few things that had to be fixed, right?
In fact, I believe our founding leaders helped us fix it. They said, hey, can you fix this? And then they kept working. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
I love that about that.
I know,
That's great.
me too.
I know.
So sometimes too, they might say, you know what, I'm going to wait and see, and you guys maybe have heard this from your prospects, I'm going to wait and see how you do, right? Are you guys going to wait to see how somebody else does, or are you going to go for it? Go for it.
Have you seen how some other people have done it this weekend? Yeah. So I think we've got some inspiration. Fast, I heard the word fast. Yeah.
Fast. We like to go fast. So here's a sentence. I'll wait for, insert any excuse possible, and then I'll work for it. So that's what they are. They're excuses. That's all it is. You can come up, when you want to quit, any excuse will do. Any excuse. So when there's a disease that actually I'm very familiar with that I will inoculate all of you right here, right now against. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's an inoculation against the when-then disease. When blah, 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 blah happens, then I'll go for my dream. When this happens, then I'll do something about it. You guys, I don't know about you, but I'm not getting any younger. Are you getting younger?
I've been trying to
So, why do we keep putting off the things that are important in our lives? Why do we do that? Because we've got the when-then disease. So let's get out of that. See, the one thing that we all have, you can switch the
Oh, you
slide.
ready?
Yeah. The one thing, I don't know what I was thinking given her control. The one thing that we all have in common is the ability to choose to work for it instead of wait for it. It's a choice. It's a choice that you make. Otherwise, you're just sitting in the back, letting everything happen around you. So make that choice to go for your dream. See, you guys can either have a wishbone or a backbone. I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
So, which do you want? A wishbone or a backbone to go make it happen?
Wishbone.
Wishbone. No, you don't want a wishbone. I was like, wait a minute. No, you don't need a
Back up to your side.
backbone. They had to have the intervention there for a minute. She wants to wish and have the backbone to make it happen.
There you go. I like that one. I like that one.
So we what to do and how to do it, the only question and the only thing in our way is the will. The will. Remember that? So, will you do it or will you do without? Will you do or will you do without? It's your choice. So you just make that decision.
So here's the deal. We've talked about, hey, you got to work for it. You got to go to work. You got to make it happen. We're going to go out there and do this, right? The difference between that and when you go back, how many of you are going to be going back to a job? Yep. Who tells you when to go to work? Your boss. Who tells you how hard to work? Your boss. Who tells you when you can go home? Your boss. Who makes all the profit from your work? Your boss. Whose dreams are you fulfilling when you're working for? Your boss. You're fulfilling their dreams. But guess what? With pawTree, you are the boss of your own dream fulfillment. You gather, yay! You're the boss every single day. Wake up and remember, I'm the boss. Those dreams you've got pasted up, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm going to determine when these happen, how quickly they happen. Right? We're the boss of our own dreams. But in order for that to happen, we actually have to act like our own boss, right?
Yes.
Right. So what did we say a boss does? It tells you what? When to go to work, how to go to work. Yeah. And and if you get paid, if you don't show up, you get paid.
Whether or not you get a vacation whenever you get paid.
They're going to decide when you're going to have fun.
Or promote.
Or promote. That's right. Or get a raise. Okay. If you're the boss of your own dreams, do you get to decide all those things for yourself? Yes. But do you get to stay home and go, oh, I'm going to give myself a raise today? What's my favorite show on? Is it on right now? I think I'm going to watch some TV. Did you just get a raise? Did you turn out? No, you're the boss, but you got to go for it. You got to do it. We call this living with purpose. I've identified something that I want to accomplish, and I make it happen. Purpose means that we have identified a desired result that we are determined to make happen. I want you to write that down. To live with purpose. With purpose. I'm going to leave here with purpose in mind. My dreams, I'm going to accomplish them with purpose. I have a desired result that I am determined to achieve. Determination means that I'm working at it. I'm doing something about it. It goes back to Melissa's wish. Living with purpose isn't I'm wishing. Living with purpose is I'm doing. I'm doing today, something today. Sometimes it's a little bit, sometimes it's a lot. But I'm doing a little bit every single day or a lot on other days. What desired result are you determined to achieve? So let's talk about this. We can live with purpose in many areas of our lives, right? Well, we're here at pawTree, so we're talking about living with purpose on your pawTree dreams and your title accomplishments and your income level wants to be. But you can also live with purpose in other areas of your lives. Spiritual, family, your philanthropic desires. You can be very purposeful about things that you want to do with philanthropic desires. Health, finances, relationships, personal growth. You can be very purposeful. Tim, so then he goes, you know what? Part of my issue is a negative attitude. I'm going to work on that. That was being very focused and purposeful about developing his personal growth so that he could accomplish things in other areas of his life. Travel, recreation, going on a trip, a cruise to the Bahamas. You can be very
Who's
purposeful.
cruising to success?
Woo! But here's the deal. You can't focus on all of them all at once. I'm not saying you have to choose only a few things that you can be focused on and you can't do any of the rest. We live, we have a life. There's things that just happen from day to day that we need to be taking care of, that we're responsible for, that we're in charge of. So it's not to say, well, I'm going to focus on certain areas and all the rest of it goes away. But the key is, what are your most purposeful desires? What are the things you are most determined to accomplish at this time? So what we want you to do is actually identify some areas. Now, when I say this, because I work with Melissa, and I know that sometimes when we think, oh, but I want to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I love this, and I want that, and I want this, and I'm going to go, and that looks fun, and that looks great, and they're going to love me when I do this. And if I say to you, pick three that you're really going to focus on. Some of you are going, oh, that feels like I've been put in a cage. I can't do anything else.
So totally me.
So it's not what it is. It is not what we're doing. We're not saying get in the cage, you can only focus on these 3 things. What we're saying is we're going to help you think, okay, when it comes time for me to make a decision about how to use my time, so there's things I have to do every single day, every single week. Those things are just, they take my time. They just are going to do it. I can't do anything about it. I have to do these things. But then there's time that you have to make a choice with. And when you are focused and purposeful, and we find the 3 is a really good place to start. If you want to narrow it to 1 or 2, you can. But no more than 3. And when you have those moments of time, those stretches of time, to say, now I'm going to do something on purpose, these are the 3 areas that you're going to go at. It helps you with making decisions. It knows when to say yes and when to say no. So we're going to take just a minute, not very long, but you guys have some worksheets right there. Do you see the one with a gold bar on it? It looks like this worksheet right here. Okay, we want you to take just a minute. We're not going to labor this. But I want you to look at that and choose 3. You'll notice that we're pawTree, so we already chose one for you. Your first one is pawTree, your pawTree career, your pawTree dreams. But we want you to pick another 2, and then there's a little scale that you can fill in just to determine how much opportunity for growth do I have in this area, because that's how much focus and purpose you're going to be using. So we're going to give you just a minute. We'll think of music on, and y'all can fill those out. All right, we're going to keep moving, but you guys keep working as you need to. All right, so here's the purpose of identifying those 3 areas. This is where you're going to have your targeted focus. This is where you're going to live with purpose. You're going to focus on getting intentional results. You're going to be intentional about what you say yes or no to with the time that you have available. This is an area, these 3 areas in your life are where you're going to achieve desired results. You're going to say, you know what, let's just say you chose health as one. In addition to pawTree. Your health one might be that you're going to hit a stamina goal or a weight goal or just a healthy eating goal, and you're going to be very focused and purposeful and intentional about making choices during that time. Same with your pawTree business. You're going to be very focused and intentional about making choices during that time. We call that living on purpose. So now we know where we want to live with purpose, where we want to achieve a goal. Very determined to reach that goal. That's called living with purpose. To get there, we have to live on purpose. To live intentionally. Here's what we often see is, I'm going to do this. I've got it written on a piece of paper. I'm going to make this happen. And then we go home.
And then we lay on the couch.
Or life happens and the laundry builds up. Or the job says work harder, work more.
And the kids need to go a million different places.
And those things will happen. We're not saying that this is going to take those things away. But when it comes time to say, all right, I've got some time that I can do something with, I get to choose. There's no boss telling me what to do with this. There's no family telling me what to do with this section of time. I'm going to use this intentionally. I've got this moment. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to look at my priorities. I want to see some results in this area of my life. We're going to talk about pawTree for the rest of the day. But just know you can apply this to all areas of your life. So I have some time on my calendar. Look at it, and I'm going to go, I need to live intentionally. I want to do something with this time right here. And I'm jumping ahead. We'll talk about this in a second. So we're going to
get really excited sometimes.
I'm really excited about this. So let me just sum it up. When we live with purpose, this is the prioritized areas of life where we are determined to achieve desired results. This is called purposeful focus. What do? Where's my focus? Where's my focus? Something trying to pull my focus? Bring it back into focus. When I'm focusing on the right things, then I'm going to live on purpose. I'm going to act intentionally to accomplish those desired results. That's called purposeful actions. So purposeful focus with purposeful actions will get us the things that we've said we want to do. We leave all excited. We're pumped up about those dreams, but it's what we do next that makes them happen. Otherwise, we just get busy.
Yeah.
We get busy. Anybody ever just feel like this on the wheel? I'm just so busy, busy. Let me see anybody who's just ever felt so busy. And do you feel energized or exhausted? You feel so exhausted sometimes when you're busy. Just doing. Because everything is on your to-do list. It's all there. There was no purposeful focus. You weren't living with purpose. You were just, if somebody said do it, you said, sure, I've got a little time here, I'll do it. You didn't stop and go, wait. If I give this time away, what purpose am I saying you're going to have to wait? If I give this time away, am I saying, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this, even though I really want to go on the pod trip, and I really need to start meeting some new people and handing out some more samples or doing some follow-up calls, but someone asked me to do this, so I'm going to do it. So without our focus, we lose track, and everything gets put on our to-do list. When everything's on our to-do list, we are busy. And one of the things I hear a lot with people that I coach with, they're like, I'm just so tired, I'm just working all the time, and I'm just so burned out. If I let them talk a little bit more and I ask them questions, I find out that, yeah, they are very busy. And what they're very busy with is not getting them any results in the area of their focus, their purpose. They're not getting any results. When we work hard on a very intentional results, there's a reward at the end. Has anyone here ever accomplished a goal? Yes. Okay, did you work for it? Yes. Did anybody in here just okay, wait, Tim, this doesn't count because you woke up and found out you were a director. So this doesn't count. But for those of you who've worked for it, you're like, I'm not going to stop till I get there. Did you work hard? Yeah. It didn't just happen. But at the end, and you got that reward, how did it feel? Awesome. Were you energized? Were you like, I'm never doing that again? Or were you like, yes, what's next? Yeah. When we work hard and accomplish a goal, yes, what's next? But if we just do everything that everybody tells us we should do because it's a good idea to them, we're just exhausted and we don't have the energy we want and desire to get to those next places. So it's all about purposeful use of time. Well, did you talk about?
I just might have kind of sleeping there just for a split second. No, I was mesmerized by everything she was saying.
Oh yeah, that's it.
So here, this is, what'd you say? I know, I'm doing it all the time. So purposeful use of time. This is kind of a pet peeve of mine. I'll be honest, and my apologies if some of you guys have said this to me, and I was like, So I just cannot. It pains my heart. It pains my heart when I am on a coaching appointment and somebody says, I just don't have time. Exactly. So I did this in the leader group. I think I need to do it here.
Go for it.
Okay. Cassandra, how many hours do you have in a day?
24.
You have 24. Kathleen, how many do you have in a day?
The same, I have 24.
You have 24. Well, wow, this is interesting. Mike, how many do you have in a day?
24.
You have 24. Wow.
You too.
You do too? What a coincidence.
We had so much in common.
Oh no! We all have 24 hours. How many hours does Roger have in a day?
24.
Bill Gates. So what is it about different people that have the same amount of time? What is the difference? They're productive. They're focused. They are intentional. They know their purpose. They know what they need to do to fulfill that purpose. One of the things I would recommend is that you guys really get clear on your 3 areas that you really want to focus on, because that way, that can be your litmus. Because when somebody asks you, oh, can you do da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you can say to yourself, is this moving me toward my purpose or away from my purpose? Is this moving toward, helping me improve in these 3 focused areas of my life, or is it taking me away from those 3 focused areas? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So one of the greatest lessons that I have ever learned is from Tami. Aww, we love each other. So it really is. I'm very serious about this. Sometimes it can get a little crazy at our office. I mean, we're all going a million miles a minute and in a million different directions in service to pawTree Pet Pros. We really are. I mean, that's our culture. It's all about our pet pros and what we can do to improve their lives. And sometimes you have to make decisions and you know, okay, do I do this meeting or do I do this or do this? And one day Tami said, just remember, when you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. What are you saying no to?
And do you really want to say no to it?
Yes. And if you really want to say no to it, that's okay. But be aware. Be aware. Make your yes be yes and your no be no.
And when you say yes and turn around and realize, oops, I just said no to that, own it. What are you going to do about it? Does something need to be changed? If it's already happened, you already said yes to it, realize, oh, I'm already so committed, I can't do that thing that just came up, and this thing I said yes to is really not very important. Own it. Either do it and learn from it, or say, is there something I can do about changing this?
Yes.
Yeah. So own your yeses and know that every yes comes with a no. Because if we're not going to know what to say no to, if we're not going to say yes with purpose, we're going to be back to the busy. Busy. Tami, can you do this? Oh yeah, this is a really good cause. I'll do it. Tami, can you do this? Okay, yeah, sure. I told you I would do that last week, so yeah, I'll go ahead and do that now. Hey, Tami, can you? Tami, can you? And suddenly my calendar is so full, and then an amazing opportunity comes up. Oh my goodness, Tami, I know that you're really working towards this paw trip, and I have this, we've got some people that you can talk to. I'm sorry, I just don't have time. And you look at your calendar and go, then none of the things on here are going to get me anywhere. It's just busyness. See, busyness is a poison that kills. It kills dreams. It kills goals. It kills vision. It kills aspirations. Because here's what happens. We don't intend to get busy. We don't just wake up and say, I want to have the busiest calendar at the office. I want to be the busiest person on the block. I want to be running so hard I'm exhausted at the end of the day. None of us wake up like that. It just kind of creeps up on us when we're not focused and purposeful. And so busy is like a poison. Some of you have heard the analogy of a frog. You put him in a pot of water and turn the heat up very slowly and never realizes it's boiling. That's the way the poison is of busyness. So it's a poison that slowly increases in potency, but there is an antidote. So we've talked about all the busy. We've talked about being on purpose, living with purpose. Busy can still catch up with us. It's that poison that's lurking, but there is an antidote. It's called stillness. Make sure you leave time to be aware of what it is your focus is. Take time to go, okay, this week my calendar says, I have time to do a few things. Where are my focus? What is my focus this month, this week? Do I have time to do things that are going to get me to the places I want to be, the things I want to accomplish, my determined results? Take that still time. Give yourself permission. Oftentimes I will ask people, so what is it that you need to get accomplished? Oh, I don't know. I have time to think about that. Okay. and then we start talking. So to give yourself permission, I encourage you to do it at least once a week. Melissa once said, she goes, can I do it every day? I'm like, oh my goodness, yes. Who are you, and where did Melissa go? But yeah,
I actually do it every day.
yeah.
Every
So look
morning.
at that calendar and go, am I right? Because things can change. So weekly, daily, once a month. My purpose is still the same. Remember, we said that we're going to focus on seasons with our purposes. So those 3 areas that you chose, they might have seasons. For 1 month, I'm really going to focus on this one thing in my health. And then after that, I'm going to stop and evaluate where we're at. That's a season for that particular focus. So once a month, evaluate the purposes, your 3 focuses. Are they still the same? Yeah, let's keep going. Has something changed? All right, where do I need to shift? Where do my yeses belong? Where do my no's belong? I encourage you to do it quarterly, annually, but stillness. But again, we have to choose to be still. We have to choose to take time to be still. So once you get still, Melissa, let's take them through some coaching questions.
Okay.
Well, kind of quickly, because we're going to give you a worksheet for this shortly. But so here's one. I'll let you take the.
Okay. How important is that I make this happen this day or week? If I don't do this now, will I miss a valuable opportunity, or can this wait? So just think about what are the things that I do, because I have a very, very long to-do list. And each day I'll just say, okay, what are 3 things that I really will be upset with if I don't get done today? And it just helps me to focus on the first 3 things that I need to do. See, you didn't even know I was that organized, did you? The first 3 things that I need to get done. Then, once I've got those priorities, then I can move. So ask yourself, what will happen if I don't get this done? What will be the results? And then measure that way.
And sometimes we look at something and go, oh my gosh, I have to do this right now. But if we would just stop for a second and go, okay, wait, this is a great thing that I need to be doing. But is this the week to do it? And you look at it and analyze it towards it or compare it to everything else that you want to accomplish and go, you know what? This will still have the same result if I do it next week, to give me room to do this limited time opportunity that I have right in front of me. And this is how you're going to balance your priorities as well. Okay, I really need to work on this priority right this very moment. The action I need to take for this other priority actually has time next week. So it's just a coaching question you ask yourself. Is this something that can also be done by someone else? Can Tami do this? And then I get to lobby it back. But honestly, especially as you're building your teams, as you're looking at how you're going to incorporate team activities as well, is someone else can do this. And this is a question you should always ask yourself in all areas of your lives. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Did you guys hear that? That was really important. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Because oftentimes when someone says, can you do this? You're like, oh yeah, sure I can. You just help them fulfill their purposes, and your purpose just got put on the back shelf. That's a great concept. You know what? I know someone that would really be good at that. Delegation is good. And it's actually validating someone else. So,
did I say yes to this out of guilt? Or should I give it back to the original owner of this? And am I just saying yes because I'm going to feel guilty if I don't say yes? So ask yourself that. How can you reframe this? Maybe this needs to be back to the original owner. It's okay to say, you know what? I think I stepped and said I would say this. I overpromised, and I need to take care of my boundaries and give this back to you. And that's okay. Communicate about
or help
that.
them find someone else. But it's just a good question to ask yourself. Does my calendar or my time commitments align with my purpose, my priorities? Or if I said no by default of a yes to lower priorities. If you look at your calendar at the beginning of the week and go, hey, wait a minute. These are yeses for everybody else. Or where's the yes for my purpose? Stop and do something about it. But look, there's really, at the end of the day, there's one question. If you can't keep up with any other question but this one, this is the one to ask.
Yes, most definitely. Do I get to do this?
Go for it.
By saying yes to this time commitment, am I saying no to one or all of my priorities? by saying yes to this, am I not able to fulfill my priorities? You know, you were talking about it kills, you know, earlier, I can't remember exactly what you're saying, but that busyness is a kill. I can't remember what you're saying, but it was really good. You were talking about busyness is a poison, and it kills things, right? I had this vision of you guys like full of love, full of just heart and compassion, and being so busy that it was killing your soul. So get out of that. Don't let your yeses to other stuff kill what's in here, in your heart, in your soul, in your very being of who you are.
So be energized. So at the end of the day, here's the deal. We all have the same 24 hours, right? We just agreed to that. And every day we use those 24 hours. Does anybody ever have leftover hours? If you do,
we'll take one.
At the end of the day, there is always just enough time for whatever we said yes to. So choose your yeses with purpose, because it's going to fill your day. So,
yes, you guys have some wonderful things that will help you fulfill your pawTree purpose. You know, we had that as one of your 3. So you've now got regional cuisines, our new blends. Will that move you closer to your pawTree purpose or further away? Closer, yes. So what else do we have, Tami?
So we're reviewing the things that are going to help you live with purpose and live intentionally, work intention. So with purpose, on purpose. Something else. Who's going? On purpose. On purpose. Someone said to me earlier, I can't remember who it was, but someone said, oh, I hope I'm going to be on that cruise. And I wanted to stop right there and do a coaching, but they were in a hurry.
Aw, they were too busy.
No. We had to be somewhere. But it just reminded me. I was like, oh, I'm so glad we're talking about this later. Hoping is great, but doing will get us there. So if you're looking at this going, oh, I hope that's me, ask yourself, what's a better word I can use there? I'm going on the... I am going there. I will be there on purpose. All right. And what else we have?
We have all aboard in August. See, we are pretty intentional at the home office about giving you guys, we reward you for getting focused, right? So all of these things have you completely focused on what you need to do to grow your business and move towards your pawTree purpose.
And all aboard is one of the examples that for that coaching question. Is this something I need to do right now, or can it wait till later? Well, on all aboard, do you need to do it right now, or can it wait till later? Now! Right! Oh my goodness! Okay, whatever's on my calendar keeping me from being able to call people, reach people, meet new people, talk to people, follow up. Talk to people. It's like this now. We're not that old.
All right, who's right, who's wrong?
Cell phones, right? Talk to people, get on the phone, start having those conversations face to face, have coffee.
Yes.
So this is a month to make it happen. So we're sharing this with you right now because we're going to give you some time before you get home and before the busyness, that poison has the opportunity to seep into your lives. We're going to give you some time to be still and quiet. We're going to give you some music, so we're totally quiet. But we want you to take some time.
Kind of easy music. Can you pick out some easy music?
Oh, I picked out some music.
Oh, you got
I
some.
did. I picked out.
Sweet.
We got to play it.
All right.
So on the left-hand side is your with purpose. What is it that you want to accomplish? What are some of the end results? Your pawTree could be on your with purpose list. And on the other side is your on purpose. What intentional steps do you need to take to get there? Because I'm thinking, is everybody feeling like this?
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's make it happen.
Let me hear it. Who's got this?
Who's got this? On the count of 3, we're going to do, let's do this. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's do this.
Yeah. for a while. We've seen a pattern. It happens. Yes, I believe you want to do this. I believe you're planning on doing this. And I see people get caught in one little trap. We're going to take care of it right here, right now. Because we're not going to get caught in this.
No, we're not.
Not at all.
Let's do
not
this.
Not going to let it happen. Here's the trap.
I can't.
The thoughts start coming in our heads.
The 6 inches between our ears get in the way. The number one distraction to our business gets in the way. I'm not educated enough. I'm shy. I can't talk to people. I'm not talented. I can't sing like Tami. My life is too complicated. People don't like me. They think I'm crazy. I'll never be able to insert whatever your goal is. Right? It's all up here.
And they start popping in the first time we do it on purpose. And it doesn't work out exactly what we thought it was going to happen in our heads. That first time that obstacle comes up going, whoa, wait a minute, I thought it was just going to happen the way I thought it was going to happen. That first no, that first maybe, that first question that you can't answer, like, oh, I'm not smart enough. Oh, I'm not good enough. Those questions, they just start popping up. We're going to address them right now, because here's the deal. Negative thoughts, if given the power, can stop us from getting results we are determined to achieve, because they limit our beliefs. So, by hearing that statement, who here thinks we need to just take care of it right now? We're just going to take care of it. We're not going to get out here and we're not going to give power to those negative thoughts, because the more we believe in ourselves, the more we believe in what can happen, the more we let go of all those negative thoughts, the more energized we are, the more power we have to get over whatever hurdles are going to come our way. Do you think that Roger had limited beliefs? Do you think Roger let things stop him? Did he get to a bump and go, oh, yeah, my mind says you've never done this before, you can't do this? I know it's a rhetorical question, but come on. Did he? No, okay. It's all about the mindset. What did Tim say? It's all about the mindset. Negative thoughts don't have a place, because if we give them the power, they only have power if we give it to them. And they are misperceived truths. That's the power we give to them. If we let them have power in our heads, we're saying, okay, I know it's not true, but I'm gonna give you some validation. I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, you're right, I can't do this. Misperceived truth. But we're gonna replace those misperceived truths, those negative thoughts. If you give it power, it is going to have the appearance of being true, but it is not true. And at any moment, we have the ability to say, this is not true. Because when we unleash our limited beliefs, we say, oh, no, they don't belong to me anymore. They don't have a place in my thought process. They cannot and will not stop me. When we unleash them, we also, at the same time, unleash the power within us that the truth gives us. The truth of what we can accomplish, what we are capable of doing, what we've been put here and now to do, with the skills that we've been developing, the skills that we will develop, the support that you have in this room alone. That's the power that will be unleashed within you, the unlimitless power of truth.
Can I say just 2 seconds?
We're on the next slide.
So this is really, really powerful. When you really get this whole concept of what's really the truth, it changed my life, because I have negative thoughts. Like, okay, okay, so let me just take one of my negative thoughts.
Okay?
I can't sing well. That's a negative thought. So how do I don't really even know if I can sing well. I've never tried. In all honesty, I've never tried. Okay, so I can reframe that into, wow, I'm not really, the truth is, I've never really learned how to sing. I've never really tried to sing. I've never made singing a priority. That's the truth. See the difference there?
Okay, so where do these negative thoughts come from? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into an exercise in just a minute and give you some opportunities to overcome some of your negative thoughts. Because to be truly unleashed from lies, these negative thoughts, we must fill the empty space with the truth. Because if we just can say, well, She doesn't do anything about it. Just every time that negative thought comes back, she doesn't have anything to replace it with. So here's the deal. We're going to talk about some coaching questions that you can go through, some self-coaching, but also if you're working with someone. Those of you who are building teams, aka anyone who's going on the pawTree. Those of you who are building teams. When you hear someone coming to you with some of these negative thoughts, these are some coaching questions that will help you, not just for self-coaching, but for team coaching as well. And there's more. Melissa and I are happy to help you guys with them, and we can possibly do some group coaching on this. But for today, here are a few questions. So I have a negative thought that goes into my head. First thing I need to say, where did this come from? Where did this thought come from? Did someone say this to me or about me in the past? If they did, first thing I need to ask myself, is that a perception or is that a reality? If it's a perception, what if anything caused that person to think that this was a truth? Now I can go address it. Is it something that I need to do? Something, a conversation I need to have? If it's a reality from the past, what's changed to make it no longer true about you? That negative thought doesn't belong there anymore. It may have been a true statement about the way you behaved in the past. Remember what Roger said, that his vision changed along the way? Originally it was, it was all out of need. He wanted to be an entrepreneur. He was driven to create businesses because he came from a position of need. And then that changed. And now he's more about building the lives for people and investing in people. So if there's a reality from the past that has a negative note connected to it, what's changed? And own it. Yeah, that used to be true, but not anymore. Here is the truth. And replace that truth in your head so that it can be taken away. If it's a reality in the present, okay, you know what? That might have some truth to it. That negative thought might have some truth to it, whatever it is. What can I do to change it? I don't have to live with it. It doesn't have to be a statement of truth right now. This negative thought is going to be over today, and here's what I'm going to do about it. So we have one example we'll go through kind of quickly. Sometimes people will say to other people, oh, you know what, I don't think you can do this business. You're not very outgoing. You're kind of shy. Okay, you hear that long enough, and you start to believe it. I can never do this. I'm not as outgoing as, and insert any name of any extroverted person you've ever thought of. And you're starting to believe it. Yeah, I can never be a VP. I'm not extroverted enough. I'm just too introverted. I'm too shy. And suddenly that limiting belief has said, no, you can't. But it's not a truth. And so you take yourself through some of those questions. So in this example, this is just a negative example. Someone might say, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not outgoing enough. Okay, where'd that come from? Well, you know what? Someone told me that in the past. And they said that I wouldn't be good for her business because I wasn't outgoing enough. And she was looking for someone more like her. So my negative thought came from there. Is that the truth or reality? Well, you know what? That's that person's perception. Because I've always chosen to let the more extroverted people be extroverted. Because I prefer being a listener. You know what? That's still a good thing. And when I'm listening, I'm having conversations that are building relationships. And then when I am ready to speak up, I have something to say. And they know they want to hear what I have to say because they know I care about them. Now that extroverted person also cares. They just do it in a different way. But my way is still good. I may be introverted, but I can still make a difference. I can still overcome this. So my new truth is, it's not that I'm not outgoing enough. My new truth is, I can't read that. Y'all read that for me. I'm a good listener. This skill allows me to develop strong relationships with all kinds of people. And when I need to speak up, people care about what I have to say because they know I care about them. So any negative thought can be flipped. So we're going to go to the next exercise. We're going to give you guys about 5-10 minutes. Depends on how much time you need. We'll walk through and see what's going on. But you have a worksheet that looks like this. It's got a gray box on the left, green box on the right. So I want you to take some time and think of any limiting belief that has ever stopped you, or you might even be thinking about right now. A limiting belief that you've had in the past that you are saying, today is the last day I give it any power. done giving this limiting belief power. We're going to overcome it right now. That goes on the left. And on the right, I want you to flip it. Now, on the back side of this worksheet, here, let me have one of those. On the back side are all those coaching questions I just shared with you. So you have them right here in front of you. So take yourself through those coaching questions. Try and flip that script. Flip your negative thoughts, your limiting belief, into a truth, power-giving truth. This is definitely an exercise you'll want to do amongst yourselves with your people at the table. If you're thinking of a limiting belief that you've had to deal with a team member, talk to your table and ask for some ways that you think you can help them coach through that question. If you have a team member here that you want to sit with, this is your 5 to 10 minutes to practice getting rid of those negative thoughts and empowering yourselves with the truths that you can. And we got some fun music for that too.
Is this me?
Yeah.
Okay. So breaking old habits is hard. How many of you guys found that it was relatively easy to think about the negatives, but a little bit harder to flip? Anybody?
The drinkers aren't going to follow.
Because we have the negatives going all the time. And what I want to, sometimes what we try and do, and if you remember when we did the snap out of it, I didn't just say snap yourself and forget about it, or snap yourself and just move on, did I? I said snap yourself and replace that thought. The universe abhors a vacuum, right? So it will continue to put negative until you put a positive in there, until you reframe. If you didn't get it here, I strongly encourage you to take it home and rework your negative, but we're going to do some of that work now, aren't we?
Well, actually, we're going to claim it. We're going to do a fun activity to claim it. I just want to reemphasize what Melissa just said. As I walked around, lots of stuff going on, and 10 minutes is not very much time to be able to do the whole process, but we wanted to give you just a taste of it. And the idea is that we want you to take it home, and we'll make these available. We're going to do some training after pawfest, but this was just to get this going in your mind. Just because I think it doesn't mean it's true. Just because someone says it doesn't mean it's true. We have to live with the power of our own truths and claim them and live them out in our lives. So when you start hearing those negative thoughts, when they start popping up, those limiting beliefs, negative thoughts make you feel less than. If you feel less than in any situation, it is not a truth. And limiting beliefs make you feel like you can't. So if you're ever in that position where you're feeling like not good enough or that you can't, stop. Stop right then and there. And go, wait, that is not true and I'm not going to give it any power. And then ask yourself how to turn it into a positive. If you need help, reach out. Reach out to your sponsor. Reach out to a spouse, to a friend. Reach out to Melissa and me. There's only 2 of us, so just keep that in mind. But get into the practice of stopping when you hear those thoughts and remembering, I don't own this, I own the truth, and then find what that truth is. So we just wanted to take you through that exercise briefly so that you can do it more extensively once you get into life and start accomplishing your things with purpose, on purpose.
Yes.
All right, so
Yes.
now we're going to have fun with it. All right? Next thing we're going to do
is get creative.
and there's a part of the room that's going, yes, and there's a part of the room going, kidding me.
There's no right or wrong way to do this. You will notice that there are plenty of fun things on your table. There's stickers. There's, what else?
New
Colored
stickers. You got some new
pencils.
stickers. Not just the ones you did for dreaming. There's new stickers on the table. And you should have some 8.5 by 11 blank cardstock.
So everybody take their cardstock. You should have 2 each. Or you can do a front back, I guess.
Yeah, front, back, 2 each, whatever you want to do, half and half. The idea is that on one side, either one side of the paper or left side, right side, whatever you want to do, one side. Okay, we need some more down here at this table. What we want you to do is have One side is going to say at the very top, sorry, I jumped in.
I'm just letting you go.
I am. The very top is going to say, I am. And these are all of the positive statements that you are going to remember about yourself. This is the power of your truth. I am brave. I am courageous. I have this. I will do this. Those are your I am statements. I am beautiful. I am, and then fill in the blank. If you're striving for a title, I am that title. The other side is your I will. And this is your creative representation of what you will accomplish. You're on purpose with purpose. The reason we want you to do this is because, again, creativity stirs up different kinds of energy, but also it's going to give you something to look at. It's a visual that you can see and be reminded, what is your truth and what will you do? So we're going to give you some fun music. Enjoy the stickers, order with other tables if you want something that you don't have. And we're going to do something fun with these. So make sure you have something at the end of the next 10 minutes. All right. Okay, here's what we need to do. I want you guys right now, and if you're not done, it's okay. The stickers are on the table. And you can, keep putting some stickers on there. Just do it quietly. And if you have stickers you want to take with you at the end of the day, you can take them with you and finish your course. But we're going to do this exercise. Quickly, grab a partner. Right now, just grab somebody. Doesn't matter, just grab somebody. 2 people. Want you. What we're going to do, we're just going to take quickly 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and we're going to share. I know it says 60, we're running out of time. So we're going to do 30 seconds. And you're going to look at your partner, and you're going to read, I am, and you're going to say it with conviction. And your I will, and you're going to say it with conviction. I am, whatever you wrote or stickered. I will, whatever you wrote with your sticker. So 1's going to say it to 2, 2's going to say it to 1. Number 2's, you're going first.
Well, what I think is that, you guys ever use the internet? Facebook, your camera, any other camera. So dating myself, your phone to take pictures. So if it's on the internet, it's real. I don't know if y'all do that or not. But here's the challenge. I challenge you guys in the next 2 minutes to either go live and say your I will and I am statements, or take a picture and say them. And notice if you have any negative thoughts coming up right now. Or